Hey, y'all. Y'all see my clothes on the bed. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. This light is like beaming. It's beaming. It's beaming. Hey, guys. How are y'all today? How today? Hey, hey, hey. Where's everybody from? Where's everybody from? Where everybody from? Where's everybody from? Y'all coming in here quick. Tell me where y'all from. Where's everybody from? Everybody from. All right, Birmingham. All right. Oh, you in Atlanta? What up, boo? Come on, y'all. Y'all know I live in Atlanta too, girl. You better stay out that traffic this weekend. Are you going to any of the festivities for the Super Bowl? I'm going to drive a little bit. I'm going to drive a little. I won't stay in my area. Where everybody else from? Come on, y'all. Where y'all from? Hey, Belize, happy Friday. I'm from New York. Can't wait until you come here. Yeah. Y'all know the Overcoming Gathering. 23 more days. Atlanta. We start here. Then we go to Huntsville. So my Birmingham go to Huntsville. And then we go to... After I go to Huntsville, I go to New Orleans. I'm about to go up. I can't wait to go to Bourbon. I love Bourbon. It's fun. After there, we're going to... Maryland. Okay, so New York, New Jersey, y'all gonna have to shift. Y'all gonna have to shift a tad bit for me. And then after that, we go to Tampa. It gonna be warm. We're going to Tampa. And then after that, we're gonna hit Houston. I'm thinking about adding Ohio or Chicago. And that's going to be in September. So I'm thinking about it. I don't know quite sure yet. But that's looking like what I want to add. All right. No, I'm not coming there. We got Arizona. I've been to Phoenix. Phoenix is nice. I went to the mall, right? This sweater I bought from H&M, girl. I bought that thing when I was in college. That was like 10 years ago. That thing's still right. I love me. Phoenix is nice. All right. Well, we're going to get started. When you come in, let me know where you're from. As y'all know, I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, I live in Covington area, but I am from Atlanta. I was raised in Decatur, Georgia. I was born at Grady. I was born at Grady. If you're from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. Or you heard songs, then yes, I was born at Grady Hospital, the best trauma unit in the world. Well, in the States, anyway. Get shot, go to Grady. Get stabbed, go to Grady. They got the best doctors there for trauma. But I want to come on and let's just have a Q&A session. So if you got any questions, any concerns, this is your opportunity to talk about it. All right? It's okay. I'm originally from Cali, but been here in Arizona for almost 3 years. My sister works at Grady. What? Look at your sister! Indianapolis. All right, y'all. So if you got any questions, this is your opportunity. And as the questions about to roll up, I'm just going to hit y'all with some updated things that's going on. As y'all know, if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you are not a subby, come on, sub. So I have 209 videos on this channel. So guys, if y'all know, I kind of shifted a little bit so I make it easier for you guys to find what you're looking for. So, we got the educational side of herpes. We have children living with herpes versus children. We have disclosing. We have sex. And then we have my vlogging section. That vlogging section is about random stuff that I talk about or things that I feel like, hey, it's kind of what's going on in the world. We just kind of like talking. So now you can look into the sections of what you're looking for. So I know a lot of you guys ask me questions, things like that. Look into that section because you may find what you're looking for right before. I know sometimes you just want to ask. So don't feel like you can't ask me anything. Any video you find, you got a question, ask it. Don't feel bad. I'm learning that a lot of people do not know me still. And they ask me things like, have you been married or have you had children? Yes, I have been married. I have been divorced. People ask me if I have children. Yes, I have 2 children. I had both of my children after. That's Hayden and Angelo. My oldest is 8 and my youngest is 4. And I had both of them after herpes, and I was able to have a natural birth. And people ask me if my kids have herpes. They do not. They asked me if my ex-husband got herpes from me. No, he did not get type 2, but that nigga gave me type 1. But I don't care. Herpes is herpes. Life goes on. I wasn't aware that he had it, and he didn't either. So once again, I was still in the game, but Dish didn't know those things either. So I learned so much in the process, but I was with him for a couple of years before I even decided to be a herpes activist. And I did not find out I had the virus until I came out my marriage, and I ended up getting the STD test because I just had a feeling he was messing around and found out I had herpes. And I was like, really, nigga? But anyway, I'm not tripping about it. Most people don't know they have type 1 and they're not aware of it. And he didn't have any symptoms. So pretty interesting, you know. With that being said, guys, yes, I have been through it all. I have been single. I have been married. I've been divorced. I don't dated. I don't had casual sex. I don't had it all. I have done it all. So anything that you want to ask me, you can ask me. Y'all know I'm very candid. Don't feel like, oh God, that's a little too personal. Ask. You know, I have no problem with answering no questions for you guys, because at the end of the day, I'm a person who can relate. I understand it. I know y'all are asking things for a certain reason. So go ahead and ask whatever you want to ask. So like I said, as I still wait on the questions, we're going to go from there. So you're a Grady baby? Yes, boo, I'm a Grady baby. So how do I disclose with my new dude after we have sex and we are in a relationship? Now still have not told him. Ooh. I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to go nice. It's not going to be a pretty sight. Number one, let's be honest. I have had sex with people without disclosing. And I'm going to tell you why you did that. You did that because number one, you haven't got to a place of acceptance. And number two, you didn't know what to say. Is that an excuse for why you did what you did? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why many people make that decision, you know, because they're not aware of how to do it. And they're still struggling with acceptance of themselves, or they're scared to be rejected. My thing is, I'm going to tell you, I don't know how long you've been in a relationship with this young man, but I'm going to tell you, he's going to be pissed. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and be candid. I'm not going to sit here and be cute with you. I'm going to give you the real. He's going to be pissed at you. And the chances of you losing this relationship is very high. I'm going to be honest, because you're going to kill your trust in this relationship. The trust is gone. I'm going to be honest. Now it is possible, but you're going to have to prove yourself 10 times more to this man. And it's going to take you some time, because men are based off trust. And when you kill their trust, you're going to have to lick his booty to get it back. It's just that darn hard. Okay. And you know, dudes, straight dudes ain't going to let you lick the booty. So with that being said, you're going to be working your behind off for the rest of your relationship, hoping to God that one day he get to a point where he forgive you. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be difficult, because at the end of the day, he's going to say, you knew this. We've been in a relationship this whole time and you did not open your mouth. This is not to make you feel bad in any way. I'm talking to you like a homegirl. I'm talking to you like your big sister. I'm telling you, this man is not going to be happy with you. So I'm going to tell you something. Yes, you still need to tell him, because the chances, you've been putting him at risk this whole time. Okay? But just know, his reaction, you cannot control. No, you don't sit down and let him put his hands on you, nothing like that. Heck no. But I'm going to tell you, he's going to be irate. He's going to be upset. I don't care if you're a quiet dude. He's going to be mad. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you have chose to be in a relationship with him and have not been honest with him the whole time. All right? So just know, when it's time to disclose, which I'm going to help you with that, it's not going to be nice. I'm being candid with you. Now, as many times where people, you know, they may not blow a gasket on you, but best believe they don't trust you. And the relationship kind of goes downhill. Like I said, I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm giving it real. I'm not going to let you walk into this blind and thinking like, oh, well, it's going to be great. No, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great in no shape or form. He's going to be mad. So just think about how you will respond if it was you. You will be mad. Okay? You'll be mad. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody who just came in. I'm answering our question above. So my whole thing is, stop having sex with him. Do not have sex anymore until you disclose. Am I rushing you to disclose? I can't rush you. You're going to do what you desire. But I want to tell you, no more sex until you decide to do that. And you need to do that ASAP. It ain't no wait into it, or I feel like the right time. It's no right time to ever disclose herpes. I'm going to be completely honest. I feel like after you get into a relationship stance and you have made decisions, you don't have the right to wait. I'm just being honest. You don't have the right. This person has put a lot investment into you. They have put themselves at risk unknowingly with you. So you have the duty to tell them ASAP. So my whole thing is, you're going to have to sit him down and you're going to have to explain yourself. Okay? And when I say explain yourself, I mean to the T of why you felt what you felt, why you didn't feel like you felt comfortable with telling him, and you're going to have to deal with the consequences that come from that decision that you made. Okay. So when you sit down with him, I don't know if y'all live together or y'all live somewhere else, but I'm going to tell you, this is a conversation y'all need to have in person. He is your boyfriend. You'll be wrong to do this over the phone because you don't been with him. You don't have sex with him. Things like this. This is not somebody you're getting to know. Y'all are in a relationship. So you need to sit down with him and you need to tell him what happened. And tell him from the T, okay, such amount of time ago, I found out I had herpes. I know I did not tell you. I am sorry. And explain to him why you didn't tell him. It's because I was scared you didn't want to be with me. I was scared that you were going to reject me. I was scared that I was going to be by myself the rest of my days. I thought, I can protect you the whole time and I probably will not give it to you. You need to be real candid. All that. You can't not tell him. You cannot not tell him why you didn't say anything. And it's okay if you want to cry, that's fine. But I want to tell you, he's going to look at you like, you put me at risk and I'm mad at you. And this is the reason why I said on my other video, don't do that. Because at the end of the day, it can really rock a relationship. I've been in a situation like that where I was dating a guy and we was having a lot of sex, okay? But we were really getting really close, whatever. And I end up telling him after a whole lot of sex, okay? And he was pissed. He stopped talking to me, y'all. And I was so hurt because I love you, blah, 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 blah. Like, I was so pissed. And he was a great person. And I missed out on it, because I didn't give him the option. And he should say, all you had to do is tell me and we could have moved forward. But I didn't tell him because I assumed that he didn't want to be with me. Because that was my mindset, that I assumed that he don't want to be with me. We got to understand nobody has to be with you. Nobody has to accept you. They don't have to. They have the right to choose what they want. That doesn't make you a bad person. That don't make you disgusting. That don't make you nasty. But everybody have a decision to be with what they want to be with. Some things are no-no lists. We all got no-no lists. And sometimes being with somebody with an STD is on their no-no list. That doesn't make you less than. That didn't make the changes how they felt about you prior. But it's just something on their list they're not comfortable with. And you got to respect that. And that don't mean he a bad person or he wrong. It don't mean that they just have the right to choose the best thing for their life. And you don't know any of the health conditions they may have or anything else that's going on in their life where this could be a problem for them, a problem for them. So I really want us to start respecting people saying no. Okay, respect them, because if it was you, very real, if it was you, most of us are going to say no because we did not know anything about it. Okay. And that's okay. But I want to say everybody's never going to tell you no. Like, it's not a never no for everybody. Some people, I'm good with it. Let's do what we need to do. I understand the risk. And then you got your people like, nah, I'm good. I really do like you, but I can't do that. And what you're going to do, you're going to accept it. And it's going to hurt. But at the end of the day, you got to respect their opinion and you got to respect the best thing for them. And you can't think that you can like cushion this and make this sound all nice for you to get what you want. It don't work like that. Okay. So I hope that helped you, sweetie. If you want to talk more into detail, because I'm sure you got a story to tell, then set up an appointment with me at bit/I-have-it and we can talk this week. Okay. Because I know you're going to need more help. I gave you kind of something broad, but if you get on a session with me, I'll work with you hand in hand to kind of help you get like a script. I learn your boyfriend. You teach me how he functions, how he think, how y'all communicate, and I can kind of help you like tailor it even better. Okay. The next thing is you are a very inspiring person and help a lot with information. The world's a better place with people like you. Oh, thank you, sweetie. One of my good friends were just tested and was told that they have herpes. What advice would you give her? My first advice I would tell her is, first of all, get on my videos. Like, watch every video I got, like, truthfully. Like, she got 209 videos to watch. And I'm going to share everything I can share with her, okay? On second after that, tell her to do her own research, okay? Do our own research, fact check me, okay? We all human, we all make mistakes. And also realize that a lot of the information she's going to find is not always accurate, okay? Stuff go up and down, up and down, up and down, okay? So just let her know that the stuff is going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But she need to just find sites that's credible, like CDC, American Sexual Association, beforeplay.org, STD Project, it's also great. Those are really good ones. And then you can start looking at research and different things like that to get more in depth into the virus. But my videos kind of give you everything in a gist. And then she can do her own research, which I always say do for yourself. And then after that, she needs to get into a support group, which I have one of those as well, which I'm going to share all of that information for you guys at the end. Okay. But that's right now. And if she has really detailed questions, tell her to set a session up with me and I will help her, because I'm sure she got 1,001 questions pertaining to it. And she just need to talk to somebody who understands. So I'm thank you for being a good friend and jumping on here just to get her some information. That's a good friend. All right. How long did it take you to get to a place of where you accepted the diagnosis? Honestly, guys, it took me a good full 7 years. Okay, I'm gonna say this because at this time it was no information about herpes like that. Like it was only like this large support group, and I went on to supportgroups.org, and literally it was tens and thousands of people on there. I did my research, but like even in the midst of me finding out, I told myself I'm not going to let this stop me from living my life. So really, it kind of started in the beginning because I just started telling myself this is not going to keep me down. And I started living a normal life again. Okay, I just started living. I did not waddle in it. I didn't let it take me down. I'm not saying I didn't have sad days. In the beginning, I was very sad, but I had a really good support system who made me feel normal. They were like, girl, let's go to the club. Let's go. I was in college. So they were like, let's go. Let's go. So I got so caught up in living again that I didn't have time to kind of dwell on it like I would. The only time I dwelled on it is when, you know, I want to have sex with somebody, I want to get in a relationship. That's the only time that it really came to me. But other than that, I didn't really feel like I had it because I didn't even have outbreaks like that until I got pregnant. That's when I had a couple then, and after that I still didn't have any like that. So I can truly say that I'm not a person who have outbreaks back to back to back. So for an individual who have outbreaks back to back to back, this will be difficult to accept because you're in so much pain like constantly. And for those individuals who have outbreaks back to back, number one, I would tell you is that you do not have to have outbreaks back to back. And it's time for you to learn how to control and manage this virus. And sometimes it takes time. I tell people that can take up to a year. And I'm only saying that because you got to learn what caused your body to do what, and you got to be in tune with your body. Most people are not in tune with their bodies at all. So now you're really just learning your body and how it responds to things. So it takes time to do so. But like I said, I have videos on that as well, but you can just take the time to learn. For my individuals who are having them back to back, you're triggering them somehow, some way. Don't say I'm just having outbursts back to back. Typically it's stress. And then after stress, it could be a boatload of things. But stress is the number one. If you're stressing because you got an outbreak and then you're going to have another outbreak and you stress because you can't get rid of outbreaks, so you end up still keep having outbreaks. It's so irritating, but that's how this virus works. So it's just very important for you to learn how to cope with it. But it took me 7 long years, and I do not want that to be any of you guys taking 7 years to accept anything. That's the main reason I even started doing this too, because I don't want y'all to have to take so much of your life feeling bogged down and out when you can learn how you can manage this. No, nobody wants to be this for the rest of our life. I truly do believe that we will get a vaccine, but it will require us to do a whole lot of work as a community to back it. So making sure you're signing the petitions that's out here, making sure you're writing your Congress and emailing your Congress and things like that. And, you know, just supporting whoever's, you know, backing the virus, you know, or not the virus, backing the vaccines. As many people out here who doing things, back them, because we're really going to have to see the change in numbers. It's not going to be in change just because somebody went and talked to them. No, it's going to require us to do it in numbers for a longer period of time for them to like fast track the research for herpes. Like we need to get a vaccine, because I can see us get a vaccine. I see that very possible because we got one for chickenpox, we got one for shingles, and that falls within the same family. So I truly believe that it's possible, but we got to put the heat behind it for it to change. Okay. Hey, we said that's so true. Okay, the viral culture test always accurate. Should a person get? I mean, a visual culture test always accurate. Should a person get tested more than once or? Okay. Let me tell you something about these tests. Always get a test result. Okay? Always. Like, my whole thing is, I'll tell you, our test results are not that, like, our testing is not always fully solid. They say the most accurate is having an outbreak. That's stupid, but they want you to have an outbreak to confirm that you have herpes, basically. But if you're not having any outbreaks at all, I say the most accurate test is an IgG, because the IgG lets you know that you don't have it for 12 to 16 weeks. Now, if you go get tested and you get an IgG and it don't show up, boom, you ain't had it for the last 16 weeks. That means it's a recent, which is the IgM, which they'll do that test as well, let you know that you just received the virus. Now, the IgM is not accurate. Like, it fluctuates up and down, round and around. It can say you had it for 12, you could have got the IgG, and it states that you have it. Then you look at the IgM and say no. You look at the IgM, so my whole thing, it goes up and down. But as we know, the IgG is the most accurate test you can take, literally, or a Western blot. Those are the most accurate that you can take. All right. I would only tell you to test multiple times if the test. I will only say test multiple times. Honestly, I wouldn't even tell you to test multiple times. Okay, truthfully. The only time I tell you to test again, if you go into the doctor's office, they look at something and they say, oh, you look like you have herpes, and only give you some medicine. No, you need to go get a test confirming that you have herpes with an IgG or IgM. IgG or IgM. You need a blood test confirming. Visual sounds all great, but everything is not herpes. And just because it look like herpes don't mean it's herpes. And what don't look like herpes don't mean it's not herpes. Most doctors have no clue that they're misdiagnosing people all the time because they're saying they don't look like that. It's nasty, it's goopy, it's circly, it got bubbles on it. That's a lie. It's not the same. It's not the same on each person. So I would say the only time that you need to test again, if you only get a visual test and they tell you it looks like herpes, you need to make sure they give you your blood test in the process. Other than that, getting tested multiple times, not really gonna make a difference. If you get an IgM and then you got an IgG and the IgG says you had it for 12 to 16 weeks, boo, you have herpes. If it just say IgM state that you have the virus, but the IgG say you don't, that means you just got it. That's pretty much it. I have given you the simple version of the blood test. That's the simple route. Okay. I hope that helped you. Okay. Do herpes affect the whole body, the nerves? It's in the nervous system, so it does. It affects your nerves, period. Like pain. Some people have chronic pain. Some people, it causes them to have sciatic nerve pain. Some people have a lot of aching in their body. Some people have a lot of headaches. We got to realize it's at the end of the nerve ending, so it can cause a lot of nerve problems. Okay. It's not common for everybody, but it can happen. Okay. I had an IgG, but it was a 1.10. What that mean? You have herpes, love. If it goes over a 1.09, you have herpes. I never have an outbreak. You don't have to have an outbreak to have the virus. It's not required, and don't assume that you're going to get the virus. Don't assume that you're going to get an outbreak. Many people have outbreaks and they're very mild, or they never had an outbreak before. It's just like going to the doctor. And some people don't realize they have cancer. That doesn't mean they don't have cancer just because you didn't see any symptoms. So I will tell you to reach out to me and do a session with me this week at bit/IHaveIt, because I know you got 1,001 questions. And I would love to get on the phone to assist you through that. So I'm going to explain the test, guys. Anything below a 1.09 is negative. Anything 1.09 and higher is you are positive. Okay. Is it possible to pass to a baby during natural childbirth even with no outbreak? My whole thing is the virus is most contagious when you see it. Okay. All right. Yes, we are very, very aware of shedding. Okay. Shedding is possible. But when you go into labor, your doctors are more concerned about a blister, a cut, anything that they can see. They're more concerned about that. They're not really concerned about, and I'm only telling you from after having 2 kids. They told me, Miss Spivey, are you having any outbreaks? I said no. And then they go and they digging up in that thing. Okay. I swear they were trying to pull the baby out before he was ready to come out. They were all up in my stuff. But they check it. Okay. So I believe it could be possible, but I'm going to be honest. Doctors are not really focused on shedding. They're focused on a physical outbreak. Okay. And if you have a physical outbreak, you'll just have a C-section and your baby is fine. Herpes is not passed through blood. Okay? It's only passed skin-to-skin contact. Can you get wax while having... Yeah, you can get wax. The thing about it is it may cause an outbreak for some people because of the tearing of the skin. It can irritate the skin, but that's not everybody. I did a video on that. So it's just a trial and error. You're going to have to go do it and find out. Some people, even if they do the basic shaving, it happens. Me and my mom talked about that. So that'll be a good video. Y'all can go over and my mom talked about that. But she said, even if you do regular, if you wax or shave, make sure you use a loofah little loofah to like, loosen up the hairs and things like that, so you won't get any ingrown hairs or any irritation after. But also another thing you can do if you're kind of scared, if you're going to get a outbreak after you get a wax, what you can do is get a man shaver, a regular brand, what he used for his beard, and just cut it down really, really low. I do that. And you can cut it really, 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 really low, like a light fade, girl, like a ball fade. I got boys, so a ball fade, and that thing still be nice, okay? She told me to come back in 3 weeks to confirm. Most likely I don't have to. She just want to know because your number's at the borderline. Okay? When you're at a 1.10, you're literally at the border of having it. That means you probably just got this virus. Chances are. Now, I'm not going to say this. I want y'all to not, for my individuals who look at their numbers like 47 and all this stuff like that. That is nothing but that antibody load. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's just antibodies, guys. It just goes up and down, up and down. But when doctors see the test results so close, it can be a false negative. Okay? Just because of the time that they did it. And this is where the testing is shabby, because they're just trying to make sure. So I would challenge you to go back after 3 weeks just to check, to be confirmed, because you are right there at the cuff, or a negative and a positive. You are right there. So I would confirm to go back. Go back one more time just to make sure. Okay, sweetie? All right. How do you tell your partner you have outbreaks and you can't have sex without feeling ashamed? Sweetie, I'm going to be honest with you. Why are you in a relationship and you feel ashamed still to have herpes? That don't go together. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to say this, and you may get offended. You shouldn't be in a relationship and you still at a place of not being accepted. Your partner is not going to help you accept yourself. Your partner is not going to make you feel less than. Your partner is not going to reduce how you feel about yourself. They're not going to reduce you feeling disgusting, nasty. And that man or girl can tell you how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, all that stuff. If you feel that way, you feel like that. So if you feel like you cannot tell your partner that you're having an outbreak, who accepted you and love you and taking a risk, then it's a you problem. This ain't got nothing to do with your partner. They understand that you have outbreaks, and you should communicate in the beginning with your partner. If you have not done this, is something you need to do, is go to your partner and say, babe, we are fully aware that I have herpes, and you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about this. You disclose, you should be able to talk about everything. And if you cannot talk about it, it's a you problem. It's not a partner problem. It's a you problem. Okay. And you need to work on you and get your place to a place of acceptance, or you're going to hurt yourself in this relationship, and it can hurt the relationship later because you're feeling ashamed. It's no way you should feel ashamed in a relationship. You were scared to get in a relationship. Now you're in a relationship and still feel the same effects of being out of a relationship. That ain't good. That's not good at all. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of people don't know how to do the acceptance part, because the acceptance part requires you to look at yourself and ask yourself why you keep thinking these things, and challenge your thoughts, and challenge your thoughts, and challenge your thoughts, and stop listening to other people tell you that you're less than and you're nasty. And I'm going to be honest, and this may not be directly to you, but most of us feel less than anyway. Most of us don't feel accepted. A lot of us deal with low self-esteem, even if she the baddest chicken or he the baddest dude in the world, got all this money, doing well, and still feel like crap. So my whole thing, if you already, and this is just in general, I'm not poking at you, but I'm just saying overall, if anybody on here, you have herpes, if you felt less than, dealt with depression, dealt with anxiety, dealt with all types of stuff prior to herpes amplified it. Literally, it amplified it. And if you couldn't handle it prior to herpes, now you really struggling to get rid of it, because it's like, oh, it's an extra pile. It's another layer. And you need to go get some serious help, because at the end of the day, mental health are real. Mental issues are really, really real. Mental disorders are real, and you need a counselor to help you. You may need to take additional medicine, things like that, to help you to start to level yourself out where you can make sound decisions for yourself. Okay? And I'm not talking to the person who did that comment. I'm talking to all of us. If you struggle with any mental disorders prior to this, it's very, very important that you get some help, because herpes will take you over the edge. It'll make you want to take yourself out. Okay. So it's very important for the individual who asks, that question. You need to have a conversation with your partner and tell him, babe, I can't have sex, or boo, I can't have sex right now. I'm having an outbreak. And they're going to say, okay. They're not even going to be bothered by it. They're like, okay, I just have to wait. But you're bothered by it because you still don't feel good about yourself. You got to deal with that. You have to deal with that. That's so much deeper with you. And I'm sure you got so much to it. So like I said, set up a session with me and we can talk about it more in detail. I'm big on counseling. So don't think you're going to get on the phone with me and you tell me you got some mental disorders. I ain't going to tell you to go get counseling because I am. I'm not your counselor. I'll be your life coach. Okay. In the trial and error phase, triggers can vary from person to person. Relying on Google for things to eat is good or bad, or should a person just eat and see what happens? Eat and find out what happens. Because at the end of the day, it varies. Just like you said in the beginning, you are very clear. You know it varies person to person. Even stress is not a trigger for everybody. I'm sorry, my friend messaged me. That's not a trigger for you. Just gotta learn your body. You gotta learn it. So do everything and find out. This sounds crazy, but I tell you, stress until you figure out if it'll cause an outbreak. You need to know your stress level. You need to know things like that. So now I know how stressed I can get, because some people have really stressful lives just because of the job they have, not because they just have drama in their life. It's just because their job requires a lot of stressful things, or it's very dangerous, or it's very tedious, or it's just very serious. So a one mistake can literally kill people. A one mistake can cause so many issues, and it's trickle down effect. So it's just pressure on everybody to make sure they do their job right. So that's not something you can eliminate other than quitting your job and getting another one. But who wants to do that, all the time? You just have to learn how far you can go with stress. But you had it. You was on the end. Is it cut a outbreak? It can be. It can be. It's possible to be. It's not always bumps. It could be a cut too. In your experience, what was the easy way to disclose? The easy way to disclose is to tell them soon as y'all know that y'all like each other enough to see where it goes next. That's what I learned. Like literally after going on a couple of dates, y'all don't talk on the phone a couple of times, and y'all had that, what, I really like you. I want to see where this going. Or what, I like you. You know what? I don't know, man. It can go somewhere. Like when y'all have that confirmation, then it's time to go ahead and go into deeper conversations. That's pertaining to sex. That's pertaining to history of their family. That's pertaining to how do you go about relationships even deeper. It's time to go a deeper level, because now, okay, we want to see where this is going. Let's take it to another level of dating exclusively. And see if we can work towards marriage, or serious partnership. So it's very important, as soon as y'all determine that y'all are really interested in each other and want to see where it can go, that you say, hey, I like you, you like me, you say you want to see where it's going, we agreed upon we want to see where it's going. It's a couple of things I want to share with you, and then you'll go into disclosing, okay? So that means I just got it, but had it for more weeks. My whole thing is, if you got an IgG, did you get an IgG or IgM? That's important to know. But the fact that you're too much on a cuff. You're on a cuff. It's no way to say how long you had it. Like if you had an IgG, it will tell me that you had it for 12 to 16 weeks. But if you had an IgG, your doctor would have known you had it for longer, for 12 to 16 weeks. She wouldn't have told you, or he wouldn't have told you to come back in 3 weeks. And like I said, even if it was an IgG, they would still want you to come back. As I tell you, it's just antibody numbers. But when they're so low like that, you're at the cuff, it can be a false negative. Okay? Or cracks. Yes, it can. Can salts cause outbreaks? It's not common. That's not really a main trigger, but again, everything's different from every person. So if you learn that caused you to have outbreaks, then don't use that soap anymore. She's afraid to ask, so I asked, but she wants to know if you believe that vitamins can lessen outbreaks or possibly get rid of it. She watched a video and they said it could. Is that true? My whole thing is, you're going to believe what you want to believe. I'm going to be completely honest when it comes to these herbs and things like that. You're going to believe what you want to believe. Now, one thing I can and I will vouch for that those things will do. If you tell people what they will do, cause you not to have outbreaks, because now you're doing different supplements to lower your outbreak rate. Okay. So like black seed or oregano oil, you'll get to a point where you're not having outbreaks anymore. Honestly, we just don't want to have no outbreaks. If you're not having outbreaks, you're not spreading the virus, truthfully. That's just all it is. If you're not having outbreaks, you can have a normal life. You're not even affected, truthfully, if you're not having an outbreak. And then you'll feel comfortable to tell your partner, I haven't had outbreaks in forever. You know, yes, it's still a risk there because of the shedding piece, but that's not all the time. But I haven't had outbreaks in forever. And as we know, the virus is most prominent when you having a physical outbreak, okay? Not just a regular shedding, okay? It's more contagious when you see the outbreak or have live symptoms of the outbreak. But no, vitamins, you know, those work. They will lessen her outbreaks. She just got to figure out what works for her. But I want to tell her, she going to believe what she want to believe. All I'll tell you, please do just not be getting no random stuff. Somebody talking about they going to send you something. Don't take it. I'm sorry. If you cannot buy it in your natural stores or you can't find it off Amazon, don't buy it. Don't be buying nothing from somebody from a whole nother country. You want to die? That's a quick way to die. You don't know what they put in their junk. If you cannot go in the store and buy it yourself and know it got a seal and a label on it, I would not suggest you buying nothing from nobody talking about, oh, I'll send you this little bottle and it'll change your life. I don't know what that crap is. I don't know what that crap is. Don't take no random stuff. If they giving you a list of things, yes, you can invest in it and you can find out for yourself. But I tell people, find stuff out for yourself. Find out for yourself. If you believe that's the case, do it. That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you it does and does not work. I want you to figure that out. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, if you had an IgG, you're still at the cuff, sweetie. You're still at the cuff. You're at 1 point. It literally at 1.09. You're at 1.10. You're right at the cuff. Go back to the doctor. Just go back. Just go back. All right. Don't bog yourself up too much worrying about. Just go back to the doctor. Okay. How do you use the oils to prevent outbreaks? Which work best for you? Does lysine work? First of all, I don't take anything because I lived with it for so long. I had it for 9 years. I have learned to deal with it. I just do essential oils. I do coconut oil and tea tree oil, or I'll do apple cider, sit in the bath, apple cider vinegar and tea tree oil, things like that, because I have genital, like that's where I have my outbreaks at. Before, like, I even started really using tea tree oil and coconut oil, I was doing like a super green, like I was doing alkaline powder, and that was helping me because of keeping my body alkaline, so I was not having any outbreaks like that. And if I did, they were like, boom. As we know, alkaline is very important. Easy way to do alkaline is eating a whole lot of green vegetables. So you don't have to go buy no powder. It's just important. Just eat it. Don't always use supplements. Eat it. The oils. Okay, how do you feel about, okay, what did she say? Okay, how do you use the oil? So the black seed oil and oregano oil, you'll literally buy it and you put it under your tongue. It's nasty, y'all. You put it on your tongue, or you can do it in pill form, and you'll take it as told to you. Okay, lysine, yes, lysine works very well. It's like taking Valtrax every day on a low dosage, really low dosage. It helps you reduce. And basically, a lysine ain't nothing but boosting your immune system. But it works. It don't work for everybody, though. I'll tell you that. Everybody it don't work for. You just got to learn. I'll tell y'all, any of this stuff that y'all use, just know, if you having triggers, none of that stuff going to make no difference to you. Like, I don't want y'all to look at this stuff as cures or it's going to keep me from having outbreaks. But if you're stressing to the max, or you have every time you have your period, you have an outbreak, it doesn't matter how much oil and supplements you take. You're going to have that outbreak because that's just the main thing that causes your outbreaks. Okay. A false negative is on test, the HIV, okay, type 2, but never had an outbreak, but she said it was positive. I have not been, because I'm scared. Okay, me and you need to talk in public. Like, we need to talk on the phone. Like, you're telling me some stuff, but it's a lot of information you're leaving out. I need to hear everything. And I'm going to be honest with you. This live is not the best place to do it. I'm going to say this to everybody. If you have serious questions, a live is not going to get your questions answered. You're going to do yourself a disservice because I don't have the time to detail you just for you. This live is for everybody to ask a lot of questions and get quick answers. This is not a place for you to kind of get a lot of stuff asked. So I want y'all to always remember, when y'all ask a question, ask something that you want and ask precisely so you can get a quick answer. But we got to be honest. Herpes is very complex. So I need to hear your story from top to bottom so I can dissect what you're saying so I can truly help you. But a live is not the best place for you, sweetie. And that's for anybody else who has like some deep questions, or you need really good help on, or you want to tell me your whole story so I can give you real advice. Right here, you're going to get very vague advice. You're going to get very general advice because you're not telling me everything. Okay? So that's just for us for future Q&As. Future Q&As, okay? And that's not to cut you off in any way, okay? I don't want you to feel like, she's not trying to help me. No, that's not the case. I really want to help you. And I know one-on-one, you can talk to me over and over and over again and ask me the same question, and I can break it down until you get it. But, focusing on just on you is not going to be fair to everybody on the live. All right? To sign up for any session, if whoever, is bit/I have it. Or you can go onto my channel and you can book from my channel. Okay. But no, me and you need to talk. How do you feel about oil, the oregano oil, and what do you take to lessen outbreaks? Yeah, I kind of just said that. It works. Like, I have many clients who use it. Like I said, I don't use anything but coconut oil and tea tree oil and apple cider vinegar. That's pretty much what I use now, but I don't have a lot of outbreaks. I probably have 3 to 4 a year, and that's it. But I learned my body, so that would kind of help me. After you learn your body, you won't have as many. All right. But use what you feel like. I would say use one product for a couple of months and see if it works. If it's working for you, stick to that. Don't take everything, y'all. Please stop going out here and buying the store. You're wasting your time. One thing can probably just be all you need, and you just save your money just for that one product. I was scared when I first met my fiance to tell him I had herpes. When I told him I gave him the option if he wanted to be with me or not, and he told me to give him the time to think about it. You're right. He got the right to think about it. It ain't much else you can do but wait, because he has the right to make the best decision for him. That's pretty much it. You got to wait. How do a person feel? Okay, how do a person find love again? Can't trust people because they lie. Well, you're not going to find love because you're so focused on people lying and not being trusting. So you got to get to a point where you learn that everybody's not a liar and everybody's not dishonest. It has nothing to do with that. And until you fix yourself, you're not going to find love. And I'm just going to be real candid with you. You can't live in this world not trusting everybody and thinking everybody liars. That means you can't find nobody to love. Just being honest. What exactly is shedding? Shedding is basically an outbreak that you don't see. That's it. Once he came around, he told me we would get through this, and he liked me for me and my personality, and we've been together since. I have 2 kids, so it's best to be honest with your partner. Boom! Boom to the boom boom. Thanks you so much for your videos. I felt like I had it. My body felt weird and I had bumps. You encouraged me to get tested because I'm freaking out, and my boyfriend supported me, so I'm grateful for that. Boom! Please, y'all, get tested. Stop trying to be Google doctors. Like, it could be anything. My partner knows what chance of transmission. My whole thing is you're not having outbreaks, but with no protection, it can be between, for a woman to a man, it can be, and I'm going to say this, guys, I'm going to be so candid with y'all. If you are homosexual, my whole thing is it's kind of hard to say what your number's going to be because it's no numbers for homosexuals, okay, at all. They don't exist. So the only people that is very clear is like women to men is between 10. It could be up to like 10 to 4%. Okay, 4 to 10%. For men, it can be 10 to like 20%. Okay, so if you're having sex with a man, then your percentage of getting the virus from him is very high because men transmitting it is high. But a woman to a woman, it probably will be low, but it's not saying that it's not possible. But we don't have any research to back that. Okay, so I can only give you so much pertaining to that. But for my individuals who are heterosexual, for women, it's from 4 to 10%, and then man is from like 10 to 20. Like the range is high because the numbers are like not like stable. One of my I say quote unquote my herpes colleague kind of gave me more information because I said 4%. He was like, oh, it's no, it's higher than that, but I didn't find that information, and that's sucky, but I thank God that I had him to help me to give me even more information. Yes, I'm an activist, but the information is just not that accurate, so it will vary. So we're going to give you ranges, so between 4 to 10, okay, and men from 10 to 20. When you have Type 2, can you still kiss your partner, or can they touch you and generally not sexually, like hugging, kissing, holding hands? Oh, absolutely, girl. You can do all of that. It has nothing to do with your genitals. Like Like, it has nothing, like, it's only in your sight. And just remember, type 1 and type 2 can be oral or genital. So really what you want to worry about is where you have your outbreaks at, okay? So if you know you have only genital, you can do everything else. If you know you have an oral, you know you got to be careful, because at the end of the day, that is your site. But genitally, you have no problems at all. Now, for my individuals who do not have any outbreaks at all, you can just focus on the type, okay? And just treat it as the original. Type 1 is oral, type 2 is genital, okay? And I know that sucks, but I have to treat you that way, because at the end of the day, nobody knows your site. You don't know. So you'll have to treat it the normal way, okay? Hey, didn't bring my charger! Thank you. This video is very helpful. Thank you. No problem, love. So there's no way of knowing when the shedding has happened. Nope. Okay, I can tell you only one time that you know when shedding's happened, right after your outbreak. That's it. Like they said, right before an outbreak. But who the heck know who they're gonna have an outbreak? Only people know that if you having thank you, babe. Only if, hold on, y'all. Don't judge my clothes on the bed. I need to finish putting these clothes up. My sister been being lazy. I've been busy. I'm gonna hold it because I need to charge. But what was the question? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. So shedding, you will not know. But the only time you will know, if you know, for women, if you have your outbreaks. My phone keeps saying this thing. Okay, yeah, if you have your outbreaks during your menstrual, so I would tell you not to have sex prior, like a week before your menstrual, and not the after your menstrual. If you just have outbreaks, regular outbreaks, I say do not have sex for a whole week after, because you're shedding at that time. All right. Hey again. Hey, boo. Does sex change? It's up to you. It's how you look at it. It really don't. You just got to change your mindset to know that, you know, you got to do what you need to do to protect your partner. But when you and your partner has great communication, y'all talk about it, and he's aware or she's aware of the risk, y'all can just have regular sex. You just don't have sex when you have outbreaks. That's pretty much it. And also, she has never had an outbreak. Is sex an option for her? Yes, she can still have sex, but she just got to understand she still needs to disclose, and she needs to still use protection, you know, if she's just had, you know, casual at the moment. If she's in a relationship, she needs to disclose her partner and just understand the risk there, because like I said, shedding does exist, so you know, and she won't know when that happens. Also, can it be passed through the shedding? Yeah, I just thought about that. You should do lives more often. Lot of love. Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to do lives. Like y'all know, I used to do lives all the time. But as y'all know, my connection on my lives is sucky, so I got to get my internet situated. So on my phone, my lives are really, really shabby. Like when you look at the recording, it's sucky. I don't like that. That's why I prefer to do the pre-recorded. But as y'all know, every Friday at 8:15, y'all know I'll be running a little late sometimes because I just be doing stuff with the kids. But typically around 8:15, I will be getting on to here on Fridays, and then on Thursdays, I'm on Instagram live at 7:15. And then on my Facebook, I do lives as well. But I did lives all last year, like heavily. I did lives, but I looked at my re-recordings and I didn't like they was really shabby, and I didn't like how that looked. I want people to be able to see some clear videos. Okay, that's the only reason. Such a big help. Google had me so lost with the back and forth information. They said one thing and didn't say another. Yeah, that's why I prefer to kind of do the live, so you guys can ask me questions and I can confirm, you know, what you believe or what you know. What is the risk of contracting HIV? It's a little bit higher just because, you know, our skin doesn't completely heal, because we have broken skin. But other than that, if you're not having sex with individuals with HIV, then you're fine. But it's just a higher risk. So I would tell you, make sure your partners always get HIV tests. And a way to reduce you even coming in contact with somebody who HIV is getting on PrEP. That's pretty much it. But if you're getting tested and you know your partner's testing, you're fine, and y'all are being in a mutual, like, me and you relationship. Now, for my individuals who are in poly relationships, please make sure you know your partner is not stepping out on you or just messing with her or adding other people into the group and things like that, because you can get burned that way. I don't agree with the lifestyle, but I'm not going to sit here and not give y'all proper information. So just make sure communication is tight. Make sure communication is tight, because many people are getting herpes and STDs out of their relationships. They're not getting just because they're having casual sex. They're getting because somebody in a relationship is stepping out or not aware that they have the virus. Okay? How many outbreaks does a person with genital herpes get a year? Also, many people don't get any outbreaks at all. I can't say it because it varies person to person. I know that sucks, but it varies. Like I said, for me, I have genital, and I only have almost 3 to 4 a year. That's it. But that's me because I took the time to learn my body. But if it's somebody else who are in different situations that haven't learned their body, then they can have one month after month after month, or have them back to back to back to back to back. I taught this one girl, she literally had outbreaks all year. I felt so bad for her. Do you know if there are any long-term effects of PrEP? When I did my research, well, I went to 2 PrEP events. I've been to a event, which I'm here in Atlanta. I'm doing a PrEP event on March 5th. So if you're in Atlanta area, come out. You'll have free dinner, things like that. But I'll have more information about that in just a second. I'll put it out here for you guys to do. That won't be right away, but I will put it on here, and I will talk about that event that I will do. But every medicine, as we know, have the simple side effects, nausea, stomach hurt. That's bits. Y'all had me loaded. I love y'all. I hope this helps y'all. Okay. All right, guys, we don't got to 21 minutes. I'm at 51 minutes. I try my best not to try to make these lives long, because folks go back and try to watch them. And that's a long time to be watching a live or watching a video. I'm not going to lie. I don't watch a long videos. If I do, they got to be real, real good. So I try to make these interesting. I try to make these fun, but I be trying my best not to make them too long, because, like I said, people always don't have the time to sit and listen to the lives, and they don't have no clue what questions are coming up. So y'all hear my mama yelling at my baby. They got toys everywhere. Everywhere. Like, my kids got a lot of toys. They're spoiled. And she bought them all. Oh, God. She yelling, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Close the door so y'all won't hear her fussing at my baby about doing something. Grandma shrieked, y'all. She be yelling. But all right. So I answered all y'all questions. Oh yes, I Googled to death. A dear friend of mine have it, and she told me to stop thinking so much. Relax, go get checked out, and enjoy your life. And don't let herpes define you. So many people have it. That's the truth. Your videos have been helping me tremendously, and I feel down. They help me get through. Thank you. Oh, no problem, sweetie. I hope that all these videos help y'all in some way, shape, or form, or get you through when you're having a bad day. As I tell y'all all the time, I am nothing but a session away, or an email away. If y'all need to talk, or y'all want to post a comment on the videos, I try my best to get back to them as quick as possible. For you guys. As y'all know, the Overcoming Gathering Conference is here. It starts in Atlanta. I really want you guys to come out. This is your opportunity to meet me. You'll also learn how to disclose. So everybody on here who talking about they want to know disclosure, you need to get on it. Girl, I ain't skip you. I spoke to you. Thank you very much. Don't come for me. Okay, y'all. I know her. Don't play. Like, don't think I was serious. I'm not. But at the end of the day, guys, I want y'all to understand. I'm here to support y'all. I'm here to help you, and never feel like, I'm not out of reach. Reach out to me. I'll tell y'all the quicker way to do it is get a session with me. I'm on that session. Anybody who have session with me, y'all will know I'm thebomb.com. And I really go all out to make sure I help you guys. If y'all did not watch the video, I did present a video of seeing me do a session, so you get a good feel of how I respond, how I act, how I help, things like that. So if you want to know how my sessions roll, and you kind of like, I don't know how they're gonna work, now you get an idea to see on the insider of how a session really is with me. And then you can have your option to set them up. Like I said, I'm coming First one is in Atlanta, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets are available now. You get your ticket, 120. With 120, you get a private session with me in person, guys. That is huge. In person with me. So you sit down and we look at each other like, you know, kumbaya together. And then on Saturday, we have our informational day where I have a amazing sponsor from the state come out and talk to us about different things pertaining to herpes, and also learning about your county. Is very important to know your county, know your state, know the numbers for your state to kind of protect yourself even more. And then, like I said, I'm going to teach y'all how to disclose. This is y'all great. I do this for like, don't do that, girl. Don't say that. That ain't going to work. You know, but you'll walk away knowing how to disclose and have a little bit more confidence in knowing what to do. So this is a great opportunity for that. So like I said, 120 for both, or if you just want to come on an educational day, it's only 65. And that you can come on out. Come on out. For my mothers, don't feel bad if you have children. You can bring your babies, okay? Because I may bring my kids to a couple of them with me just so they can go to another state. So don't feel bad. You can bring your children with you if you have little ones. Just know I am talking to adults. Things I may say, you may not want them to hear. So that's the only thing I want you to be concerned of. If you have not talked to your kids about sex or any STDs, you may not want to bring them, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to be candid, because kids are in the room. You came there to get help and service. So I'm going to give you exactly what you pay for. My kids hear me talk about sex all day long, so they are not bothered about hearing about an STD or sex or anything. They just go and walk on. I already don't talk to my 8-year-old about sex, so he's very aware of what it is and what his stuff is, okay? So but if you're not at that point where you don't feel comfortable with your children hearing about sex, then this is not an event you want them to come to. But if you feel like you have no choice and they're young and you want them to come, or they're older and you want them to come, bring them. And I'm talking about kids under 18, okay? That's what I'm talking about. If your kids in their 20s or something, they need to pay for a ticket. I'm being candid, and I'm going to be honest. They're over 21, they need to pay for a ticket. But if they 20 and below, I have no problem with them, okay? I have no problem with them. No, not even 20, because 18 and below. I'm going to be honest. 18 and below. You in college now, so 18 and below. So my high schools and down, I have no problem with them coming. Anything above high school, you need to purchase you a ticket, because now you need to learn how to take care of yourself, because you're probably going to get to the age to have sex, or going to. What you looking for?
What that metal rack? I want another metal rack like that one in there, but I got the utensils in.
It ain't in here.
I don't know where it's at.
I don't know.
I'm looking for it.
It ain't going to be in here.
Who knows?
It ain't gonna be in here, because I don't want nothing else extra in here.
It could be in here because Junior told it. It's not Junior told stuff around.
It ain't in here. Okay. So yeah, I want y'all to come out. Make sure you get your tickets. That information is going to be below as well, so you guys can grab your tickets for that. So y'all can come out to that. Good news. I got good news. Good news. Guess what? So good news is I have changed some things with my support group. If anybody is in my support group, you already know what I'm about to say. My support group, I love them. I respect them. I don't do things without them knowing first, so they're very aware of what happened. But I changed my group. My group is not secret anymore. It's closed. If anybody know how Facebook works, when it's a closed group, you cannot see anybody in the group. They can only see what the group is about, and they can also only see who is over the group. So I did that for the sake of you guys. Many of you guys be like, I want to be in y'all group, and then you know what you got to do? You got to Facebook me, and then you got to message me. You ain't got to do that no more. All you got to do is go look up the Overcomers. That's it. Everybody who do that right now, go to Facebook. Only women. Only women, not men. I got some good news for you too. Only women. Listen to me. Only women, not only black women. Only women. And you will find it. Now, when you get there, you got to answer 3 questions before you can get into this group. This is for me to figure out who you are and what you're about. I'm going to be honest. You're going to have to answer these questions. I do that for the sake of knowing where your head at and where your mental state is, because I'm going to lie. If you're at a place where you're at, like, you're suicidal and you're depressed, I'm not going to put you in a group right away. I'm going to talk to you for a little bit to kind of see, to kind of get you to a better place before you get in a group. Because when you get to a general get into this group, you'll mess around and like go into depression sometimes because you're reading stuff and you're thinking that gonna happen for you, and people are talking about how happy they are, and oh my god, I was able to do that. You can get depressed just reading good stuff. Okay, you're sad because you don't think it's gonna happen, but everybody's telling you in the group, no, it can happen, and you don't believe them. So I would really I think, that's why I did that. I want you guys to know you will have 3 questions prior to coming in. And I'm the only one approving. So, like I said, I feel like you're shabby. I'll reach out to you and I'll talk to you prior to that. But just know, I'm pretty good at seeking through crap. So, don't try me. But with that being said, it's open now. It is now open group, but it's easier for you to find it. So it's the Overcomers, women only, to find the group. Okay, nobody will see you in the group. If you look it up, you go there now, you're not going to see not one soul in this group. And it's 600. I think the number of how many people are in the group will show. But other than that, you won't know. And I did this for the sake of me, because it doesn't make sense for me to continue to add people, and I got to delete friends and all this stuff. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna delete. I love y'all, but I'm not gonna deleting my friends for y'all. Like, that ain't cool. I'm losing great connections because I gotta keep adding y'all to the group. So no. That don't make sense. It made more sense for me to make it to a closed group where you guys can invite yourselves, and then y'all can go from there, and then I just screen you guys to put you into the group, okay? So that's it. The Overcomers for women. You can go there now to Facebook. Go to the search bar, put in the Overcomers. You will see the Overcoming support group, and you'll see 3 black women on top. That's mine, okay? It's some other ones in there, but that's mine right there, the Overcomers. The Overcomers. And you can join. Other good news. Guess what, dudes? I got y'all a group. I got the men group. My whole thing is I'm still working on some things with the men group, but I'm going to start letting the men into the group now. Just to support y'all. What up, y'all? So my men, you have a group as well. Your group is called the Overcomer Family. The Overcomer Family. For men, Overcomer Family. Overcomer Family. So yours is the Overcomer Family, and then you will see people in like blue shirts, like locked together. Okay. This group, I'm going to just let the men in it for now. And then later on, it's going to be a co-ed group. Okay. I just want the men to kind of get a time to be somewhere safe where they can talk to each other, things like that. But that will be a co-ed group. And I will let y'all know when. But women, you cannot get in the Overcomer Family at this moment, because I want the men to have a place that they can talk for a little bit before I start adding the women. Women, y'all know me. I won't come back and I won't say, all right, ladies, hit the Overcomer Family, because now we got co-ed. But I want to give the men an opportunity. Many men have been coming to like, I don't got no support group. I want to, have somewhere I can go. So I'm going to let the men get in first. I want to get as many men and I can get into this group before I add the women, because the women are going to outshine the men any day. But I want a good group of men in this group before I start letting the women in, because they are going to flood in like hotcakes. Okay, I already know it, because as women, we want to see what men are thinking and feeling and things like that. But I just want the men to have an opportunity to do that. So I will prompt you when that's okay. Women, I know somebody's going to try it. You're going to try to get in the group. You cannot, because you got to be approved. But for the men, it's the Overcomer Family. So you can start seeing your request there. Like, same thing. You're going to have questions. And then we'll let you to the group so you can have support. Like I said, I'm over that group too. So, you can ask questions, things like that, and I support you. And when other men come in, y'all can start supporting each other and being there for each other, okay? And then later on, I will add the women, okay? But right now, only men. So the men is the Overcomer Family, and then the women is the Overcomers, okay? That is for now. So, poof! Y'all can't tell me I ain't do what y'all asked. I gave y'all exactly what y'all asked for, and I have done it. Okay, I have done it. Both groups are closed. Nobody can see them, but you can find them. Nobody know you're in the group. Nobody can see anything in the group. The only people who can see any stuff in the group is the people and members in the group. Okay, that is just to clarify you. I do not play about privacy at all. At all. I don't play that. Okay, even if I do certain things, I try to leave people names out of it or things like that where you can't identify the person. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I love you. I wish y'all the absolute best. Super Bowl this weekend, I can care less about it, to be truthfully honest. But happy Super Bowl to some of y'all who teams are in. Have fun, be safe, and we'll be talking soon. Bye, guys.